Showtime.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Jtraedz TV, where we discuss all stock-related contents and much more. Guys, I did come on a little early because I do have to leave. I have to take care of some rental properties today, so dealing with the maintenance of the yard work. So I'll be here for a little bit to help everybody out to see, okay, where's the market going after we had these nice sell-off. Right now, guys, I mean, we're definitely back now on the bullish side. Right now, we're definitely getting this nice movement back up. First area that I did see starting off with was IWM and SPY back up towards the 200-day moving average on the 5-minute time frame. Those were the areas I seen that we could go up to. After that was the break of the 200-day moving average towards the upside, creating that uptrend. CRWV doing the same exact thing. So it looked like they all setting up almost the same exact way. Run up to the 200-day moving average, get a little bit of resistance down to the VWAP, then reverse right back above the 200-day moving average. Same thing. We didn't go all the way up to the 200-day moving average on SPY. But we came down to the VWAP and then wound up touching the 200-day moving average and actually pushing. CRWV, 200-day moving average, back on down. Got back above the VWAP, 200-day moving average, and then shot right back on up. Nice red to green, and so forth. So, I mean, you can clearly see the transition right now what SPY is doing. One of the main areas was around 672.50, so we did get right back above 672.50. The next level from that I do see, and plus if y'all look at your 5-minute time, I'm not top 5 minute. If you look at your 12-hour time frame, guys, you can see a huge lower shadow, right? And put a price point at 672.50. You can see a huge lower shadow, and the body of the counter trying to get right back on top of 72.50. So you can see that huge buying pressure about to come in on this counter for that possible strong reversal back up. So be on lookout for that 672.50. So keep that on watch, because if those buys can go for that 672.50 break, guys, we're going up. What's going to be that next level that we came from? Let's see. Let's go back a little bit. So why 672.50? 672.50. That's going to be key. That'll put us back above all these areas that we fell from. What was the main areas that was on my 12-hour chart? That was 679.50 to 680. If we get that strong push back up to the upside, but first and foremost, the main thing that we got to clear is 672.50. That's gonna be first and foremost to clear 672.50. We had room to run up to it, which we just hit. 672.50 just hit. We did hit the key level on IWM. That was one of my areas too. 273. I mean, 237. I'm sorry, 237, which is where my lines are located. So I mean, we did hit all the accurate levels. Now the question is, can we get the continuation movement on up to the upside now? We are already above the VWAP. We are already above the 200-day moving averages on all of them. SPY, IWM, CRWV. Now the market is in the green now. We have a lot more bullishness in the market, which we're getting a nice shoot back on up. So if you haven't got in it yet, again, as long as we hold 272.50, I mean, you do have room to get in towards these key levels. Or if you want to wait for a little pullback bounce, you can, just to see what happens here. So, I mean, we get a little pullback, we can pull back down to the 200-day moving average, now being above it, going from bearish now to bullish, where we can now utilize it for support. So if this was the, we were to get rejected, we could see a possible pullback bounce. But if this bad boy holds, those buys are going for that push back up towards the upside. Starting right here, that's going to be around 676, this little key level here, then back up towards these highs here. So in other words, they're trying to get back up to to 680. Their goal is to get back up to 680. So they already got back into the 670s. So the buyer's goal is to get back into the 680s, pretty much. So I mean, now you know. All they're trying to do is rotate from one whole number to the next whole number. So from 670s, 680s. So that's about the easiest I can put it. It's about the easiest I can put it. So watch this 72. Like I said, we don't break out. We could get a little pullback real quick, back down. As long as we hold, stay above that 200-day moving average, get that nice reversal right back on up, re-break above that 72.50 for that possible push back up towards the upside of 74, 76, even close towards that 80. So watch right here. After we had this nice little spike, but keep in mind we are above the 200-day moving average, still representing bullishness. So we do have a lot more in the tank. They could be going on a short squeeze. So puts, be very mindful of this right now. We have more long side than we have downside, so I'll be very mindful trying to short this right now. So other than that, guys, what's crack-a-lacking? What's crack-a-lacking? I know I've been ranting, so what's going on with you guys? What's going on with everybody? So yeah, definitely watch this little nice reversal. Definitely watch the nice reversal. So yeah, we're above all. I mean, the 200-day moving average on, like I said, CRWV, IWM, SPY. I mean, take a look at NVIDIA and them too. Matter of fact, let me move IWM over this way, and so we can see like what the rest of everything else is doing. I mean, NVIDIA above its 200. Tesla, what Tesla doing? Where you at? Above its 200. Microsoft, take a look at that one. Above its 200. Apple, above its 200. Amazon, above its 200. Meta, above its 200. AMD, above its 200. And last but not least, Google, still above its 200. So look like they all look like setting up all for uptrends. I mean, right here, look right here. You got like a little miniature squeeze set up right here with Google, even though it's like the lowest at the bottom of the total bowl. Let's see, NVIDIA. Let's see, NVIDIA. Right here, you had a nice little squeeze. I mean, right here between the 200 VWAP. I mean, so right now, still looking good though. Still looking healthy. So right now, that's Microsoft. I'm sorry, Microsoft still looking healthy. Let's see, NVIDIA, because I know a lot of people trade NVIDIA. We need to get that 190 break for sure. 190. Need to get a 190 break. Let's go back a little bit where we is at. Right here. So 190. But we did get a nice little, indicator squeeze between the 200 and the VWAP. Went on that nice little squeeze. Everything went from resistance now back to support. So right now everything's still looking bullish, guys. With everything being said, everything's still looking good. So on the bullish side of things. So we go back a little bit. I mean, now going into Friday, look at this. I mean, from Thursday, we were underneath that 200 gray indicator, 200, 200, 200. Now crossing back above the 200. Now on the bullish side of things, going from, the bottoms to now the tops. Look, all the space and opportunity, they have to go up. I mean, there's nothing above you, the natural support and resistance itself. So, I mean, all your indicators are underneath you, now working with you instead of working against you. So I mean, all your indicators are crossing back over, towards the upside. Because you got to remember, before then, everything was underneath. Everything was going against you. You had the 200 going against you. You had the 50 going against you. You had the VWAP going against you. The 9, the 20, and everything going against you. But now look how everything's starting to reverse back to the upside. Now trying to work with you. So now we can see that we're slowly now trying to get that reverse back up to the upside. So keep that on watch. That now may be bullish. So it looked like somewhat of a little inverted head and shoulders pattern. Like it looked a little inverted. Right here we have that shoulder, like right here around that 7250 that we just talked about. We get that break up. I mean, break above that. That'll be a little right shoulder going back that way, because it almost looked like an inverted head and shoulders pattern down there. And, I mean, kind of sharp, especially on the head part. I mean, it's a little sharp right here instead of getting out like a full play out. I mean, but definitely got that U-shaped pattern. I mean, definitely got that upside down shoulder, and right here is going to be that break point, which is going to be around 7250. So turn that back into support where we can now reverse this bad boy back to the upside. So, I mean, right now, like I said, it's still looking a little healthy right now. But 7250 is going to be main. It's going to be main key if we want to get that continuation push. If we want to get that true transition or that true reversal, guys, we got to get back above 7250. And I'll show you why too as well on my 12-hour chart. I'll show you why we need that as well. All right. Go to my 12-hour chart real quick. So this is why we need it, guys. Right about here. So 7250. That's why we need it. See, right now you're underneath it. I mean, we got a strong, lower shadow. This is the candle that we're in right now. This is the 12-hour candle. So we went as low as 72. Basically this old Friday. You remember Friday bounce? We did a red to green. So basically that's what those buys came in at once again. So all they're doing is doing a rinse and repeat one Friday to the next Friday, trying to utilize that same exact bottoms, trying to push his way back on top. So we know the area is going to be around 7250. So right here, you can see clearly what they're trying to do. You can see right now, they're trying to create this big bear trap, trying to get the body of the candle right on top of that 7250 because they're trying to get that candle to flip. They going for a possible red to green. Red to green move. So they're definitely trying to utilize this candle here. Because you can see, look at the body of the candle, guys. Look at this lower shadow and the body candle all the way up here. So basically it's implying nothing but buying pressure that's pushing the body of the candle up. So push, 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 push. But we know what's in front of us that we need to break is going to be 72.50. So we can get that 72.50 to work, you know, flip that candle. Then we can get this candle to rotate. We can see a nice, healthy red to green right back up towards the upside. From 72.50, last time, let me see, what was the range last time when we were on top of 72.50? That was from 72.50 back up towards the 80s. Yeah, around that 79, 50s, 80 level. Then we came right back on down to 72.50, cracked 72.50, got back above 72.50, and so forth. So you can see what the buyers are trying to do. They're trying to get right back on top of 72.50. So that's why I'm telling you, shorts, be very careful because you got a huge lower shadow making this hammer candle, a huge hammer candle. So I'll be very mindful of that, you know, very careful. So you can see all that buying pressure. So be very careful trying to short this. So, and I know a lot of you guys want to short. So I know there's a lot of y'all want to short. Now, like I said, you can short as long as you stay underneath 72.50, where you can pull back down. But, I mean, look at this candle alone. This is a 12-hour candle by itself, guys. Look at the power of the buyers right now. I mean, it's not even allowing the body of the candle to even go back down. So look at this. You got a long lower shadow in the body of the candle and then push this way all the way back up to what price point? 72.50. So look at all this buying pressure at the beginning of the morning. So I'll be very careful trying to short that right now. So be very careful on that. So right now, as you can see right here, we'll be fighting 72.50. Got an uptrend still in the video. We need to get that break above 190. Again, IWM, nice uptrend back above the VWAP 200-day moving average. We need that break above 137.62 up to 138. Still on an uptrend as well. So I mean, all of these are still looking pretty uptrendish. So still looking pretty healthy. So I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Still looking pretty healthy. So I'll be mindful of that. So trying to short it right now, yeah. I think the shorts, I think they didn't wore it out right now. So buyers trying to step in and, get that push back up, in which they are trying to definitely rally. So be very careful trying to short that. I was trying to go for some move. I was trying to and then catch my orders this morning. Well, the one I was trying to go for was CRWV. I ain't gonna lie. I was trying to catch CRWV this morning. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's the one I was trying to catch. Where was that? Let me go back to it real quick. Yeah, after we got this reversal, I was definitely trying to go for that rebreak of 72. I was trying to put my orders in, but you already know when especially CRWV, them damn spreads. It's like it's hard to catch orders sometimes. It's like either you gotta buy all the way down there to the top, or you gotta keep clicking buy till somebody take your order. So I was kind of in that position because I seen the opportunities. Because my the contracts I had on CRWV, I had 82. I had 82 contracts, so I was trying to go in, but like I said, due to the damn spreads, and I didn't want to chase the tops, I was trying to wait for sellers to come down to me, and I was catching hell with it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was catching hell, because I saw the direction. Once we came down and reversed, I saw that was moving back up to the upside, so I was trying to play the spread, and I just couldn't. It wouldn't grab my orders. It just would not grab my orders. It was either that or I had to chase the tops. And you know me, I do not. You know me, I do my very best to avoid chasing tops. So once I seen this on CRWV, that's when I was trying to attack it. But again, I couldn't get my damn orders filled in time. Because I think the sellers, I think was like around 30, and the buys was like all the way down to like 10 cents, 10 cents or something like that. So the spreads was huge, and I wasn't about to chase it. So I was trying to. I kept pressing buy to see if I get somebody, get some kind of sucker seller to come down and grab it and then go back up, but it wasn't taking it. It wasn't taking it. I was trying to play the spreads as much safe as possible. I mean, I know right now we're starting to pull back down a little bit on this bad boy. I know we are, but we're still above the 200. Still above the 200. And like I told you guys, SPY, watch 72.50. In the video, watch 190. Watch that level 2. So right now I'm starting to get a little bit pullback on CRWV on this bad boy. I was trying to attack it. And I had 82 contracts. But just like I said, the spread was killing me. I was trying to nail it as bad as I could. So I'll try to, if I can, I'll try to go for it again. I'll try. I'll see where we go from here. SPY still keeping that on watch, 72.50. Okay, let me go back to IWM too. Let me see what IWM is doing. How we looking on that one? IWM. Got know a lot of people talking about it. IWM rejecting right at that 270, 237.62, right where my line is at. So we back underneath that one. But yeah, I mean, it was some good opportunities this morning. I mean, it was going on like the main things that I was watching. Even if I take all this off, if I clear everything off, I'm gonna show you the main thing that I was watching. I'm gonna show you the main thing that I was like keep my eyes peeled. I meant to clear the chart. I mean, I was looking at the same. I mean, trust me. When I say they always are lining up together, like every single one of them, swear, put it on everything I love. Watch, let me clear the chart. Watch this. I'm gonna take everything off and just keep the indicators. Even on CLWV, tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. All right, take everything off. First ran up to what? 200-day moving average. Ran up to what? 200-day moving average. Then you fell underneath the 200-day, broke the 200-day. Fell underneath the 200-day, broke. Don't see how they have the same identical pattern? And that's the thing I was looking for. You know, as we was at these bottoms, I was like, okay, let me see, can we pull up? Same thing with SPY. When we was at these bottoms, see, can we pull up to the 200-day moving average? And like all of them was just yanking up to them, yanking them to their respectful 200-day moving averages. So that's what caught my attention. Cause I knew it was getting to that point that, you know, buyers was gonna step in. Cause I knew it was gonna go down only so low, and I knew with SPY was gonna be kind of dangerous because if you go back from Friday, you already know what Nadi, good morning, Queen. Good morning, my beautiful queen. You. Now for SPY, now the reason why I wasn't about to short, cause you got to keep in mind, if you remember last Friday, not this Friday, if you remember last Friday, what was that bouncing area? Around 62, 63. So as we came down this level, you think I was about to jump in on the short, knowing that was the area where you blasted off last Friday at? Hell to the no. No. I wasn't about to put myself in that position. That's why the past matters. If you go back a little bit, go back. Friday, where did you bounce at? Almost the same exact area, right? Look, right where my line is at. All right, look, right here where my price point is at. 661.32. You got that nice blast back on off. All right, let's go back to this Friday. We ain't go all the way down to it. But you think I was about to still short around this area, knowing that 9 times out of 10 on a psychological basis, buyers could be sitting somewhere around this? Hell no. That's why I wasn't shorting it. Due to that psychological level, I wasn't doing that. Because you got to think about it. Think about the buyers who may have missed it last Friday. They may want to take advantage this Friday. So I had to think about it on a psychological basis. So me trying to short, trying to get some shorts down here, oh no, negative. That wasn't happening. I had to reverse my mindset. I had to think about it on the long side now. Especially like I said, IWM, CLWV, SPY. Because now you have room to push up to your 200-day moving average. Room to push up to your 200-day moving average. Room to push up to your 200-day moving average. Which is now you're coming off these bouncing areas. But we already know where the areas are at. You can see where my lines are located at, where we're getting rejected at, respectfully. IWM. Okay, well, let's take a look at this real quick. Natty. Hold on, Queen. Alright, so let's look at your indicators. So we know the VWAP is slowly moving on up. You're above the VWAP. Let's see. Because right now you're just coming off an overextension. See your 9 MA? All you're doing is getting overextended. You're getting overextended. That's why you're getting weak coming right back on down. It's overextended right now. So we need to come back into some supportive areas. So you can see right here. Yeah, right around that 68. Yeah, I'll give you that. Right here we had that choppiness. Choppy, the area that we couldn't break out. I mean, you do have room to fall back down because by the time we possibly get to this level, I mean, your VWAP is going to have moved up to that price point. And then, I mean, you can see on how, those buyers utilized that price point before. It came down to 68, bounce, 68, rejection. So if we were to get a hard pull back down, I mean, we could utilize this area where they can hold and possibly go for, from tops to bottoms, from bottoms back up to tops. So I could see that. And then not just that, let's see what else can we utilize? Let me see what else can I see within, I'm trying to look for a pattern. Like dealing with the indicators. Okay. Okay, we would have fall back in, say for instance we fell back underneath the 200-day moving average. I mean, we'll still be in a wedge between the 200 and the VWAP. As long as we stay above the VWAP, okay, let me draw it out on what I mean. Well, it looked like we can go into another little consolidated area. Just keep it on watch. All right, so you got the 200 right here, right? And then you got the VWAP right here. So I could see us falling back, doing something possibly like this if buyers are in control today. for that squeeze back up. I can see that. Because, you know, right back on top of that price point right about here. I could see that. Because that'll put us right back underneath the 200, but still above the VWAP, kind of putting us in a little wedge. In a little wedge. As long as buyers hold, you know, hold that 668 for that possible reversal right back on up to 672.50 for that possible break for that push. I can see that. See? I can see that. From 72.50 back down, possibly towards that 70 down to 68. I can see that. Get a little pull back down because again we overextended right now. Overextended. So all we're doing is coming back down. So we're gonna need the power of these indicators to help us up. So we know how powerful 672.50 is. So we know for right now that's resistance. We're not breaking out right now at this moment. So we know how powerful that price point along is. So right now, first attempt, still don't have enough buying strength to do it. Pulling right back on down. So that's not happening right now. But again, we do have this 68 that acted as support and also acted as resistance. So again, we could pull back down towards this area here where the VWAP is still holding, 50 is still holding, and that'll put us like in a little tight wedge. So if they can hold this and then U-shape back on up, I mean, that'll give us that continuation uptrend. So something like this. I can see this. I can see something. I can see something like almost like this to this nature. Almost, you know, I know it's a little. I mean, it's a little far off right now, but I'm just kind of like deal area. You know, pull back down, still hold like this little trend line right around 68, and have that VY move up, a possible move right back on up. So I can see that. But we'll keep it on watch to see, guys. We'll keep it on watch. But right now, 200 still holding. Still got to get this breakout. But like I said, we break above that price point. We got room to run back up to, like I said, that mid area 75 up to the back up towards that 80. But with that, we definitely got to break above this price point first and foremost, though. They all still holding their 200 levels respectfully. CRWV still holding. IWM still holding. SPY still holding. Yeah, so they're still holding there. Still holding these 200 moving averages. Alright, came back down to this old key level. Alright, so it's reversed. Alright. So what are you guys looking at? What you guys anticipating? But yeah, I definitely see a little bit more bullishness right now than bearishness. Just a little bit, like I said. But in order for us to get that full transition, yeah, we definitely got to get back above 7250 for sure. I mean, that's gonna be make or break. But if we stay underneath it, I'm gonna just tell you right now, as long as that holds, that's gonna be resistance where we'll stay, you know, basically in this range until we make a true decision. You know, basically either a breakout or crack right back down. But if we can break out, then that'll move us to the next phase. That'll move us to the next phase up. So it looks like it's trying, but we'll see if we have enough buying strength to break it. I mean, it's trying. It's trying. What was those other key levels I know we talked about before when we was on the downside that we need to get back up because we lost? Because y'all keep in mind, guys, we lost a lot. Like, they gave back a lot in one day. A lot back in one day. Because you remember, we went up Monday. After Friday, remember, we went up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then Thursday, took everything back. It's just stole everything back. So it's like now you got to reclaim everything all over again. So that means that we got to break above all the levels that we once claimed, now back underneath. So now we got to start all the way over. So that's the thing. Got to start all the way over. Now unless they go on a huge push to reclaim everything that they lost. Let me see why I have that price point. There's a reason why I have it. Why do I have that? Because they had to play some type of reason on why I put that. Let's see. Because you gotta think about it. Now we gotta utilize all these areas that we fell from now. Why? I'm trying to think of why. Because that was the reason why I had this price point. Why did I have it? Still haven't broken out yet though. Because I gotta go in reverse. Because I got to think about all the areas that we utilize going up. So I gotta I gotta replay all these other.
Everything sucks today. That opening was fabulous.
Oh yeah. Oh well, like I said, Taylor, the reason why is because we came back to, if you like I was telling Nadia, if you go back and look at your 12-hour chart, those we came back down to the low areas from last Friday. And again, I'll show you on my chart. I'll show you right here on my 12-hour chart. All it was a psychological play. I'll show you on the 12-hour and I'll show you on the 5-hour. So right here, 12-hour chart. All they did, Taylor and Nadia, this morning, all they did was just collect all these bottoms, just like they did last Friday. Remember, we had that dump on off that early Friday morning, and then we wound up reversing right back on up. We went red to green. See right here, all they doing is look. All they doing the same exact thing. Yeah, all they doing is doing the same exact thing they did from last Friday. Look at the body of the candle. Look where they fighting. See that? Bam! I told you they trying to reverse that candle. Bam! Told you they trying to reverse it. All they do is play out the same exact price point from last Friday. Those bottoms, right back on up, trying to do another red to green. But instead of using the second candle to turn green, they're using the first. Now I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Now that they trying to use the first red candle to turn green, that means that we could see a possible strong push back up throughout the rest of the market. See, last Friday, the beginning of Friday, we fell. Then the second half of the market, we went up. So we only had one candle left to play off on before the market closed, and then going to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so forth. This one, they trying to use the first candle to turn green. In general, they trying to use the first candle to turn green. So basically, if they can get above 72.50, I mean, it's gonna be a lot of room and opportunities where they can still try to salvage everything, get that trend line bounce, and try to reverse back up this way. So again, watch that 72.50. That's gonna be very, very important. It's gonna be very key. Puts, you need to stay underneath that price point. Calls, you need to stay on top of that price point. If they can get back on top of that, we could see that candle reverse or that candle switch from red to green and start to get that push back up to the upside. However, again, if you stay underneath, that's gonna still put you back in that same old range that we in right now. But watch this level. See how key this price point is? How that candle is reacting off of 72.50? It's battling right here. So you got buyers and sellers fighting right here. 72.50 is going to be very, very important. Buyers need to get above it for that push back up. Sellers need to stay on underneath for that possible pull back down. And you can see how 72.50 plays both ends. Okay, look. Underneath 72.50, you came down 763, right? 72.50, 63 when you're underneath it. Above 72, you got room to run up. Above 72, you got room to run up. You can clearly see this. 72.50 ran up towards 680, back down to 72.50. So now you see what I mean? So they're trying to get out of this range and try to get back in this range. So right here, all they did was down this range. They just collected buyers. Now they're trying to get back in this range here. They're trying to get back here, which is why you have a long lower shadow that's taking place right now, because those buyers are desperately trying to get that 72.50 push back up this way. And if they get it, and this is the first candle, remember, that second candle not coming in until 1 o'clock. If they can successfully get back on top of 72.50 and close this candle out on top, so you already know where that second candle going. If this one closes out at 1 o'clock successfully on top of 72.50, that second candle that's coming in for the second half of the market, you know where it's going from here. So watch this and see how we're going to close at 1 o'clock. Just watch on how that candle's going to close, either above 72.50 or below it. So watch that price point till 1 o'clock to see which way we go. Damn, look, see CRWV, man. I could have been in his plays, them damn spreads. Oh, man. And look at it, still squeezing. Oh, my God, man. These dang spreads be killing me. I mean, I can still grab them, man, but I'm going to have to play the spreads. Ugh. I'm going to have to play the spreads, though, if I do this. That's the only tricky thing. I'm going to have to play the spreads on it. Because it's still going up. I mean, it's still like got good upsides, too. Should I do it? I mean, if I do it, I'm going to play small. I might do it. Let me see if it's going to take it. And they still ain't taking it. Like, I swear I'm clicking it, and they not taking it. I mean, y'all hear me clicking it, right? Because I'm not buying to the tops. That's not the question. That's the only thing I hate about them spreads, man. That's why you gotta figure out what area you want to actually get in at. Yeah, they're not even taking my orders, man. The spreads has the spreads did this. Swear, the spreads literally got even further, and it's making it harder for me to get in, cause I would have to. And look, boom, reversal. Oh, let's see what SPY doing. 72.50. I'm sorry. All right, 72.50. So that's still doing good. IWM still doing good. CRWV still doing good. Man, if it was take my freaking order, I can jump in on this play. It's like the spreads is just so I'm trying. I mean, like I said, I know y'all hear me clicking it. Lord, y'all, man, it's trying to make me chase to these tops. I'm not doing it. All right, let me see where we at now. Let me see if I catch some bot. Let me see if I can catch. I'm gonna try, man. They said they can grab one of my orders somewhere along the line. Oh, damn, it bounced right back on up. And it shot back up. Oh, got it. Let me see. Man. Because if they try to get me to, man, I'm not buying. That's why I had to wait for these bottoms, man. Let me see if we're going to get this continuation push. I'm going to just, like I said, I'm trying to play as smart as hell, man. I'm not trying to chase anything. So what I want to see now, I got in with just yeah.
You got $CRWB call to dash. Where?
I got 82 contracts, 82. Cause I just want to see, can we break 80? Get this 80 break and get this possible push up to 82. So even if it don't, I mean, but just still, even if I have to play the scalper side, play the scalper side. That's why I went in with just one contract just to test it, cause the damn spread was just so horrible. Like, god dang, it just didn't ease up on me with these spreads. It didn't ease up on me at all with the spreads. Like, man, it was trying to force me to chase it. So I want to see, can we get a break above 80 for that possible push up to 82? Cause that's right where my right where my strike price is at. Still pushing, still looking sexy as hell right now. I give it that. But yeah, I mean, look like it's squeezed. Let me see, can we get that continuation squeeze up? Ooh, big sexy. Show me what you're working with. Let's see. Get that 80 break. You're not too far, about $2 away from that bad boy. I'm trying, because I know it's going to be tough, because them damn spreads is just so, ugh. Did I get it? Ooh, let me see. Sorry, I didn't mean to do all that. My fault. Add another one. Let's see. So I said, man, the spreads, man, them spreads be crazy. Spreads be crazy. Let me see. Like I said, I'm gonna watch that 180. I mean 180. They see that 80. Can we get this 80 push up to 82? So I'm still catching. I'm still trying to see, can we go for this 180? I mean, for this, why do you say 180? 80 up to 82. CRWV still looking good. I mean, CRWV. IWM still looking good. That's what happens when you're watching too many damn stocks. See, I can't even keep up with it. I can't keep up with everything. So for CRWV, we need the 80 break for the possible push up to 82. IWM, we need that break above 137.82 for that possible push up towards 240, which is still looking good. That's still looking healthy.
Jtraedz says $CRWB calls to $82.85.
Let me double check that too. Ooh, and look at that candle on SPY. Hold up, let me see, guys. Remember that candle I showed y'all on SPY? Look, tell me I was lying about that flip. Tell me I was lying about tell her. Nadia, tell me I was lying about that flip. Tell me I was lying about that flip. Tell me I was lying about that flip. Tell me I was lying about that flip on SPY. Right here. Was I lying? I told y'all. I told y'all. What to look out for. I don't just throw bull crap in the air. I told y'all. 72.50. Didn't I tell y'all on SPY? 72.50. Why would I lie to y'all? I told you that where that bad boy could run. I told you where that could possibly run up to. Still keeping everything on watch. Still got SPY going just crazy. Oh, that's why too. You got then you got Nvidia and Tesla and Microsoft and them 9 to 1s. 1%. That's why. Oh yeah. Look like we gearing up for that squeeze. I told y'all. I tried to tell. Hey, I tried to tell everybody. Told you 672. How much room you got to go? Hey, don't say I didn't try to tell y'all. Don't say I didn't try to tell y'all on what to gear up for. Y'all cannot say I didn't try to tell y'all. I mean, we talked about everything. Y'all can't say I didn't call anything. I put everybody on Front Street, especially with SPY. What I talked about with SPY, I said the main key area was gonna be what? 672.50. I specifically told you. Now on top of the 200-day moving average, now going from bearish to bullishness now, with nothing but room to push up. Because I told you, I have really nothing but a natural resistance now to hold it back. I mean, all your indicators are underneath you. Your 9, your VWAP, your 20, your 50, 200. Everything is underneath you. Now there's nothing in front of SPY, but just random numbers itself. Just the natural numbers itself. I said random numbers. Natural numbers. I'm sorry about that. See right now, breaking out of that range, 672.50, as I told y'all. 672.50. I told y'all that candle was gonna flip. I told y'all, be on lookout. I told y'all. They're gonna break out. IWM, still looking good. Told you that once we get above that level, we have, again, as long as that bad boy pushes up, we have room to push up towards 240 on IWM. Still have a nice, successful squeeze. So,
Jtraedz says, $SPY, I have resistance at 670.
Yeah, I know you calling it, but are you trading it? I mean, I understand that. Are you trading it? I gave you heads up at what price point? A 672.50. 672.50 on up. I understand you calling it, but did you trade it? Did you trade it, Nadia? Did you get in? Okay. Okay. Whoo, that's my queen. That's my gal there. That's my gal. That's what I'm talking about. Better let them know what time it is, queen. Right now, 674. Bam, there you go. Okay. 674. So I think the key areas to watch out for next, I'm gonna be honest. I want to say 674.50 up to 675 because you got to keep in mind, Nadia, 675 is gonna be your half dollar mark because you got to remember you're back at 670, right? 670, 680, what's in the middle? 675. We know it's your half dollar mark. Above 675, yes, you can run up to 680. Below 675, we know you have room to come back down to the 670s. So, I think the realistic numbers I'm thinking of with SPY right now, I'm just throwing it out there. It's up to you what you want to do. I want to say 674.50 up to 675. You know, again, your half dollar mark. You know, it's up to you. What you want to do. Where you want to, take it at. So all I'm trying to do now is just trying to utilize these old areas. You know, we had a little bit of pullback as it's running up. Because I'm trying to help you out as much as possible. Because I want to say 74.50 up to 75. You know, because I want to be realistic and honest with you. Like, right back up to this little key area here. And I know this bad boy is still on the squeeze right now. I know it's still on the squeeze. All right, here we go. So let me draw it out. I mean, it's up to you. If you want to take 74, be safe, you can. Or if you want to wait for it to run up to 74.50, you can. It's up to you what you want to do. I'm trying to hurry because I know you're in it right now. I'm trying to fix it as quick as I can. So I want to say 74.50. 74.50. All right, boom. Okay, 74.40. 74.40. Okay. Right, boom. All right, boom. 74.40. 74.40. All right, here we go. Just what we were talking about. 74.40. I mean, 74.50. 74.50. My apologies. 74.50. We just talked about it. All right. 41. I see 41, 44, 49, 50. 50. Okay. Up to 50. Up to 50, queen. All right, 50. Remember, I just told you. 74.50 up to 75. So it looks like it's still going on the squeeze. Still squeezing. I mean, Okay. Because I'll put it like this, so you don't have to guess nothing. Where you can start setting your stop loss at. Because I want to help you out the best that I can. It's up to you where you can start setting your stop loss at. You know, because I don't want you to set it too early. Because I would say 74.50. As long as you stay above 74.50, set a stop loss right there. As long as you stay above there for the push on up, where you can just let it ride on up. And then as soon as it get higher and higher and higher, you can just move your stop loss even higher. So I would say set a stop loss right at 74.50. Make sure we hold that for the possible push back up to 75. I mean, that's the only advice I can give. Cause I'm trying to be as constructive as I can.
Stop loss hit illegal.
Oh, well, what did you set it? Oh, okay. Okay, what did you set it? What did you set? What was your stop loss set at? Cause I was gonna say you could have set it at 74.50, and just keep it there, right? Cause as long as it's above your stop loss, you good. Let it ride on up. Let it ride on up. You get to 75. Okay. I would say 75.50. Then move it up. Okay. I mean, we tried it though, Queen, but I told you it was gonna be around 74.50. Around 74.50. So I mean, I did say that. Okay, I got you. So I mean, I knew it was gonna be around 74.50. I knew that was gonna be the next realistic level. That's the only thing I can think of at the time. Because I mean, I know we have nothing like no indicators in it because everything is underneath us. I mean, all we're doing is just kind of blowing through the roof. So I mean, I had to go off of natural numbers. So that's why I was trying to help you. Right there. So now we back underneath 74.50. So okay, that was still a good. I mean, because right now getting a little pullback underneath. So I mean, that was still a good profit taking. So that was still good, Queen. That was still good. You're still good. You got it. Especially if you played off of that. You played off that 72. Queen, thank you. God bless you, Queen. Thank you. Love you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. I'm definitely grateful. Thank y'all. Why my little thing ain't pop up? My little do I have it turned off or something? My alerts? Don't tell me I turned it off again. No, it's on. Well, so why did my alert pop up for my YouTube? I'm gonna just still show you things though. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Queen. This is for you. Since you always donate on YouTube. Made this for you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Shout out to the Queen. Shout out to Nadia. Thanks so much. Appreciate you. Alright. So she made profit. Shout out to her. She got it. She got that. Alright, so let's see what's next, guys. Alright. What else? I mean, like I said, SPY's still looking good. Don't get me wrong. SPY still got room to still squeeze up. Don't count it out. SPY is still ripping. So once we get it back above 74.50, I mean, there's room to still go back up to these areas. So don't count it out just yet. I mean, I know we're getting overextended, but I mean, like I said, look at this beautiful reversal. Mike, appreciate you too, boss. Appreciate you. But yeah, like I said, the area, I mean, as we was going up, the only area I can think of was 74.50. So that's what I was saying. If we were to stay above it, then you can set a stop loss underneath 74.50. Because that's sometimes what I have to do. And basically that's all I was doing, just kind of sharing my, what I do sometimes. Like once I get to a specific price point, or even like where my entry level is. Okay, say for instance, okay, you got in at 72.50. Like levels I would normally put on my entry. Normally I put it above my entry. So, well, I know it's based more so off of your contracts. I'm just trying to think, like, if you would have got in at 72.50, where you could have put your stop loss at, on the upside. I was trying to think. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Queen. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. Because I'm always using TOS. TOS has stop losses. You can manually set stop losses. I apologize. I forgot you say you was using Weeble. Yeah, I do apologize about that. You did say that. I'm so sorry about that. My mistake, Queen. My mistake. My apologies. But let's break it down from the beginning for right now, guys. So, okay, how everything got started. How everything got started. Okay, let me see.
Stop loss only by your price.
Well, yeah. Because using the contract. So it's based off your contracts. Yeah, that's my fault too on that. So right here, lower shadow, trying to get right back on top. Watch that. So right now, 9MA is still holding the SPY up still, guys. So I still think that SPY still have a lot of room to run. Look at that 9MA still going up. 9MA still slowly moving. So just keep that on watch, because that uptrend is still moving. You know, despite on if you want to short it, which I wouldn't do that. Right now, uptrend is still taking place, guys. So you know, despite the little red candles, could be a bad trap, then push back up, bad trap, push back up, bad traps, push back up. Just be careful on that. Well, it look like they still may have room to still possibly push. So especially as long as you stay on top of 7250. Yeah, I was trying to think about it in my head, cause I know it's I know the prices are different on your contracts versus on what you see on like SPY. I was trying to figure it out, but let me see. Okay, 7250. Okay, if I was to get in it, well.
We are not in uptrend, no more down, bottom is in.
Well, you gotta think, but you also gotta keep in mind, Queen. I mean, let's see. I mean, the uptrend is still, like I said, uptrend is still commencing. I mean, watch this 7450. I mean, but look at your candles. Candles still uptrending. But yeah, we kind of getting in a little tight area, 7450. But overall, I mean, we're still bullish. I mean, look at the charts. Tesla bullish, Nvidia bullish, AMD bullish, Microsoft bullish, Apple bullish, Meta bullish, Amazon bullish. So, I mean, we may be consolidating for a little bit. You know, we may be consolidating for a little bit, and then we may move to the next level. But just keep it on watch. But I still think it's bullish at this time. You know, as far as the beginning of the market, the first half of the market, I still think it's gonna be bullish. Now it's just up to the second half of the market if it's gonna continue to move on up. That's the question. But I think the first half is definitely bullish. When you make it like a mountain. You remember how we always talking about the upside, downside? You know, the left side is always green.
4TSLA is $410 now.
Yeah, I see the price point up here. I see it. So I'm still watching everything else. So yeah, right now I'm just a little cool off. So the main price point that I'm definitely just watching though, like I said, the main thing for SPY I'm telling is 7250. 7250. Now as far as the upside, I'm trying to utilize some old areas. That's another thing I'm trying to do too. See, I knew where the pivot point was gonna be. Now I just need to figure out where that top is. Like, yeah, and I agree with you with the top areas. So that's what I'm just trying to figure out. Because now we got to take all these old areas from a few days ago to figure out. Okay, now what do we need to re-break all over again? So 7450, we know that area, and then we had this little bouncing area here. That's around 75, 76.
I have top 675.55.
Okay, appreciate you, Queen. Yeah, okay. So right here, 7450 still, yeah. But then we got this little top area here from yesterday, because there's a lot of areas there's a lot of areas that buyers gonna have to recover. A lot of areas. So, okay, what I think. $675.55 and 7,710. So what I think it may be in a range. I think we may see a range, a $2 range, 7250, 7450. Because remember, like SPY likes to move by $2 increments. So I think we may be in a range for right now. So let's go ahead and we already broke above this area here, so I can move this little. So I think we may be in this range for right now. Right, I'm sorry, I went too damn high. Right here, this little mini range, $2 range. That's what I meant to do. My apologies. All right, so let me go ahead and maximize it back up again. So right here, yes, so I think we'll be in this little range, 7250, 7450. So if we can break above 74, the next key level, I mean, we're going by $2 increments. You already know it's going to be 7650, 7650. That's going to be the next possible key level. So see, you didn't pull back, ran back on up. See that? I mean, but right now it's like a slow climb. Slow climb.
$SPY to 675.50, then 677.10 you had before.
76, yeah, no, 7710, no, you're right. I did have that. No, and I do have it on my 12 hour. I still got it on my 12 hour chart. No, you're right. I just don't have it on my 5, but no, you're right. Yeah, I do have 7710 too as well. You're right. And a shout out to you, man, boy. You be on top of your game, boy. That's all. But I love seeing it. The fact that you paying attention. I love seeing it. I love seeing it. I have it on my 12 hour. Like I said, I have it on my 12 hour. I don't have it on the 5. But yeah, I did have 7710 as well on my 12. I mean, well, if you think about it, well, still, I mean, it's still close to 7650. I mean, it's still close to that. OCD. So, still close to 7650. But shout out to you for calling that, because again, it is my 12 hour though. And I'll bring it up But great call. I mean, you for spotting it. Shout out to Nadia for spotting that. Oop, god dang it. God dog it. Bring this back up. Yeah, shout out to you for noticing that though, Queen. Shout out to you for that. Alright. So I do have it here. Again, she's not lying. I did have that price point. she's telling the go out to honest truth. Yep, 77.10 right here. And what was 77.10? Oh, that was where that second red candle was at. That's what, okay, 77.10 was that second red candle where that yank was at. And look right, yep. And they lining those indicators be lining up right here. 77.10. Shout out to Nadia for that, yeah. Coming right to that area. I mean, that's how far we can push up to. You know, as we go to, you know, from these indicators to that indicator. Oh, speaking of indicators, that was another thing I meant to bring up. That's another thing that caught my attention this morning. Hold up.
Looks like we are heading to 679.50.
Yeah. Yeah, still on this transition, boss. Yeah, and I agree. I mean, like I said, so I told her the next level I do see coming up next, because if it's going by $2 increments, of course, and I agree with the 79. From 74.50, 76.50, 76.50, 78.50, and then from 78.50 up to the 79s and so forth. Like I said, in other words, all buyers are trying to do is go from one price bracket to the next. In all reality, you know, I know this is in between. So if we think about it from a whole number standpoint, we back in the 70s. Let's just say that we back in the 70s, and we look at it from a $10 standpoint. 70s and 80s. What's in the middle? 75, right? Because that's your $half mark, right? Almost like right where we at. So once we get above that $half mark, 75, then yes, we can start seeing 76, 77, 78, because buyers are trying to go back up to what? 80. So they're trying to go back, and think about it. So if you count everything from where it started, let's just say 64, 74, that's $10 already. 74 to 84, that's $20. So think about the move that SPY already made since this morning. 64 bottoms. Remember, this is intraday, all the way up to 74. That's already $10. It shot in 10-4, boss. 10-4. And I could have sworn I had that number on my. Oh, I do. It's on my 12 hour, and I got that price point too. Hold up, I agree. Primo, tell me I'm lying. Look, I didn't put no lines, right? These lines that's already sitting here. I'm in agreement with you, because I got that same exact price too. Look, and I just saw it. Let me go back this way. Let me go back. What price point? Where is that? I swear. Bam! Primo! Look right there. What price is that? What price is that? I already had it. But I know what you're talking about. But I was just trying to work I'm trying to work them up to it, boss. I'm trying to work them up to it. I got it. 79.50. I'm with you. I'm with you, Primo. Shout out to one of my goats. One of my mentors. I had 79.50, but I'm just trying to slowly work them back up to it. Shout out to Primo, man. That's my G, man. Love Primo to death. But yeah, so I mean, like I said, I already got it right in our market. I got it right here. I was on the same page with you. I was on the same page with you too, boss. I got it. Let me highlight it. Right here in yellow. 79.50. I'm right here. So all I'm doing is trying to slowly work them up to it, boss. That's all I'm doing. Slowly trying to work them up to back up to the top. Cause like I told them, if they look at this range right here, they can right here. You can definitely see how far we can go, and that's why I agree with Primo. So, oh wait, hold up. Let me go back a little bit. Where's my block? There we go. So guys, look at the pass, right? Look at the pass right here. When we stayed above 72.50, how high did we go? 680, right? And we had to blow past 679.50 up to 680. And then from that level, we came back down. Okay, right? So let's take that same exact range that we had in the past and go this way, right? What price point are you back on top of? 72.50 with room to run back up to these highs of what? 79.50 to 78. So, and again, look at this. Look, guys, can y'all not see the sign, the clear sign that's right in front of you? Look at this huge engulfing lower shadow that's telling where buyers came in at. All they did was take last Friday's area and replay that all over again right back up. So even if you would have got in at 66 or 64, you would have been already up $10. $10. Think about that. That's insane, right? to catch those bottoms, back up, rinse and repeat, you would have been up already $10 on this play. 64 to 74 is already $10. You should like, I mean, we'll look at it. Matter of fact, I'll bring it up right now. Let's go to SPY contracts. That was what, 64, right? How much you would have been up had you would have played the 64 area? Let's see. SPY 64 calls. Where are they sitting at now? Let's see. Alright, let me go to it real quick. And I'll bring it up on the charts. And I'll show you where it started at. Oh, wait. I'm trying to change my stuff. Did it change? Oh, there we go. Trying to make a duplicate copy real quick. Alright, cool. SPY, today's date, 14th. Bottoms, 64 calls. Oh, god dang it, I forgot to grab the chart. My bad. I forgot to grab the chart. My fault. I always do that. I forgot they're not connected. Forgot they separate. Anyway. Alright, 64 calls. Alright, here we go. So, those contracts started at 265. Now all the way up to roughly $10. So, if you would have caught that $10 push, look at that. $2 all the way up, bam, you'd have been done. I mean, you made some type of profit, been done for the day, if you wanted to. I mean, I agree, but is there still room to the upside? I agree. I agree with Primo 110%. As long as you hold that 7250 level, yeah, hold that level, still got room. You're still above the 200-day moving average. Your indicators are still moving, slowly moving up. So it may just be a slow climb. It may be a slow just climb up. And you already know how that goes, especially if you're trying to short it where you get caught in it and blast right back on off. So right now, let's see. I'm keeping on watch. Let it pull back a little bit. Because even, let me see, what was that on IWM? IWM started at, what, 33? I mean, IWM doesn't make a major dramatic move like SPY does. I mean, you still can make profits on this one. Still, I mean, it's still set up in the same direction. It doesn't have that same effect like SPY does. SPY, like I said, went $10 off top, 64 to 74. I mean, that was $10. This one just moved, what, $4-ish? Yeah, $4 from 33 to 37. $4. I mean, still not bad. I mean, depending on how many contracts you have. So, still not a bad trade. Still not a bad trade at all. This monstrosity from these bottles, from this monstrosity. So the bottom was 2. Let me see something. What contracts? I'm trying to get something real quick. Hold up. Even if you would have grabbed what contracts? So I was trying to get some cheap contracts. Even if you didn't want to grab 64s, would have been some 60, 72s. 72s would have been what, cheap, right? What is 72.5, I think. Nah, what is the hold up. I was trying to see what those what the bottoms was on that contract. Even if you would have missed the 64 contracts, I was trying to see what the maybe 72. 72 still went on a nice little run, but it wasn't as powerful as the 64s though. Let me see where they started at. They started, those contracts, they started at 39 cents. Ran up to almost $4. So 39 cents, I mean, which is real cheap, and you can go in with a lot. I mean, I'll bring it up right here, guys. So think about it. And even if you go in with a shitload of shares, I mean, even on something small as that. On SPY, these are the 72 contracts. 72s. If you wanted something cheaper, where you could have got in 39 cents, you have, some little low areas here where you can go in with damn near 5 to 10 contracts. I mean, look at it. Think about it. I mean, just see what I mean? So right now, it's getting a little pullback. As I was telling you guys about that range, they're watching this little range. See where we go. The main thing that you want to watch is 72.50. 72.50. Watch the little range. May just be in a little bit of a consolidation real quick. A little bit of consolidation. As long as we stay on top of this, utilize that for support, we can reverse and go, head back to the upside. The areas of Primo called, Nadia called, I called, and so forth. So let's see.
Jtraedz2202 says, J-Boss morning mate, hope all is good, loving your levels.
Man, appreciate you, Queen. Oh, man. Shit, CRWB still holding, too. I still want to see that 80 breakout. But, yeah. But, like I said, all they did, Aussie, all they did was just play off of last Friday's. Like I said, we can still use up. Well, should I use a 5 minute or should I use a 30? Where's my 30-minute time frame? Might use a 30. Well, you can see it a little bit better. Where's my 30-minute time frame? 30 minutes, and I go to SPY. We'll go back a little bit. I told you I got a number of time frames, and I try to make every single one of them work to the best of my ability. But that's what I meant to tell y'all. The day before, didn't I not say a pullback was coming? Aussie, Nadia, Taylor, didn't I not say a pullback was coming? And you remember we talked about a cup, an inverted cup the other day? What happened? Did I not, like when we was like, what was Tuesday? Tuesday going into Wednesday was I think Tuesday, because I wasn't here Wednesday. I think it was Tuesday. I said, guys, don't it look like we could do an inverted cup and handle pattern, or it looked like we could possibly fall. Then remember we looked at the 5-year chart. We was hitting that red trend line where I said we could yank back on down. Did I not call out everything? And the drop happened. The biggest drop happened. Off of the call that we said could possibly happen. We could see a possibly inverted cup. Oh wait, that's I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Still look the same though. Don't matter. Here we go. Still look the same. SPY.
Jtraedz2202 says,
yeah, look, Queen. Didn't I say it looked like an upside down? I said it looked like an upside down cup. I said it looked like a cup and handle pattern, right? You remember that was Tuesday. I think we were talking about it. I mean, I'll go back on my live stream, and I think I'll bring it up. I'll go back on my live stream and say when we was talking about that. We were talking about that move. And then we went to it, remember? And I'll go back to everything I called out. First, I called this out. I said it was going to be around 86, 84. Oh, yeah, because remember we kept talking about 84. We said 84. I said, well, that's resistance. That's resistance. That's resistance. Because remember I said it was going down in twos. I said we was at 86, then we was going down to 84, which we could go down even lower. I said, look like the price is starting to give up. Did I not say that the other day? Look what happened. 86, 84. We got a little break, and after I was in pre-market, then you find your way back down to 82s. 80s, and you got that flush. And and then take this. See? But we see what happened. Well, we didn't go all the way back down to the 62s, just all the way back down. But they did reclaim around 64s back on up. But they did do that. So I do see a cup. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it. Wait up. I see something first. Hold up. I see something that I just noticed. Hold up. I noticed something on how high we can go for right now. Let's see. I just noticed something that just caught my attention. That's why it's good to check charts. I see here. So and right there. And that's the price around 70. Yeah, right where my price point is at, 78.90. So could we go up here and then reject back down? Because think about it. This is where the old areas is. Look, where you got rejected at before. That was in. Look in the past. Ran up, rejected. Ran up, rejected. Ran up, rejected. Then you was on top of it. Utilized it, then bounced. Wait a minute. Hold up. So how much? So in other words, then look where your 200 is on. Look where your 200 is damn near lining up at. Right at that price. So could we go to spot as high as? So could that be the tops for the day. These old key levels. Cause like I said, when you was on top of that, they utilized it for support. You went up, so that means that level, that price point means something on both ends. It acted as resistance, and it also acted as support, and that's gonna be around 670, 890. You can see right here when you was on top, you bounced. When you was underneath it, you fell. So that means that if we're going up, that's gonna be right where those sellers may be sitting at, which is around 80, 79.50. I mean, still come out to close to that area that Primo was talking about. Yeah. Yep. So I see it right here too. So that's how much room we may have left in the tank to push up. So that could be the next leg up. So yeah, keep that on watch. Yep, that could be the next leg up this way, right at that 200. I do see it. So yeah. Yep. So would that be a head and shoulders ish? Man, that'll be kind of ugly. I do see a shoulder, head, and then that cup and handle pattern played out. Inverted cup and handle pattern played out very well yesterday. I mean, look at that cup, handle, right back on down. So that cup and handle. I mean, look at that pattern. I was calling that out the other day, telling everybody what to look out for before the flush. Cause you remember we was stuck right here. I remember that we were stuck right here before that dump happened. And then now, slowly pushing his way up, trying to get back above 74.50. So these are my 30-minute time frames. So look like we have room to push our way back up to 78.90. Well, close to 680. Close to 680 if you want to say it like that in that nature, 680. So we done did all the research. All right. So we didn't put everything together. All right, let's close all this out and let's see what we're doing. Still holding up, CLWV. Looking for that 180, looking for that 80 break for that possible push up 82 still. SPY still got a little bit of room in the tank to go. That's why I was telling Nadia to watch that 74.50. We still had this uptrend going on. I was telling her that uptrend still can take place. So I told her that, watch that. The 5-year chart. Remember that, like before the pullback. Look, was I lying about the chart? Aussie, Nadia, look. Remember when I was going back about that red trend line? And remember we went back towards what it was 2021, 2022, we had the pullback. I said, what about we get rejected and start to pull back down? I said we was already overextended. We was out for the 13 EMA, hitting that trend line. I said that trend line is very powerful. I said the last time we hit that trend line was in 2021, 2022. When we came up here, we got rejected and yanked on down. And I said, team, chat, look where we at. Trend line once again. I said we around some tough resistance. I said we possibly do for a pullback. Because I told you where the old breakout level that was, to begin with. Remember we said 610. I said we went up. But we never still came all the way back down. So right now, look where you're getting stuffed at. Right at that red trend line once again, getting, towards the end of the year. So it almost looked like a repeat of 2021, 2022, damn near. I mean, don't it? Don't it almost kind of look like back this way? You came up, right where that red trend line was, hit those tops, and then you got that fade right back on down. Like, let's go for 2025 going to 2026. They almost look very identical. So, right here, hit these tops. Almost, look. Look where I had the tops at, right? Red trend line. I mean, right here where the trend line is, my price point, and pull back. All right, 2025. Red trend line, price point. Don't it look very identical to 2021, 2022? The setup, don't the setup look damn near very identical? I have a price point and look, 685.80. What was this one? 480. 480, we ran up, test that red trend line, going into the crossing over the year. Caught that year pullback. 2025, testing that trend line, testing that price point, trying to cross over to the end of the year. It looks very identical. It looks very similar. So, this is gonna be a good one. Because they're gonna have to yank, like they're gonna have an aggressive yank. Because what we had as far as, even the RSI still overextended or overbought. Look at the RSI still, and look how much room we had to come down on the RSI to cool off. So just imagine. See, last time we had a drop, we pulled all the way back down to oversold level. Then we came back on up. So that means that we need to yank on down on SPY to get that cool off. Which nothing is wrong with that, because I'd rather buy low than sell high, and sell high. So keep that in mind. So it just I swear, it just look like it reminds me of 2021, 2022. Run on up as you cross over, and then get that pullback. Run on up, hit that trend line, and look like it could be doing the same exact thing coming up soon. So I already called out the cup and handle. I mean, we'll see. We'll see, guys. We'll see where we go from here. We called out everything else. We called out the play before it happened. We called out SPY pulling back. That happened. What, yesterday? We called that play out. All right, let's see where we at. Still got that crossover. All right. Still testing that 74.50. 74.50 level. Just got to get that breakout with room to still push up towards the upside. So keeping this on watch, guys. Still got room to still push. Still got room to still push. What time it is? I know I got soon be heading on out, guys. Cause I do have to take care of some properties in a few. So if y'all need help with anything, please do feel free to reach out to me. If y'all want to go over any particular stock, I don't care if it's a penny stock, ETF, blue chip, whatever the case may be. You guys have the floor. Y'all have the opportunity, so we can go over anything, whatever we need to go over. I mean, we didn't call it out SPY to the T. I mean, IWM to a T, CRWV to a T. I mean, look at this. Look at these. Look, they look so just. But that's the type of play I like. It's just neat. It looks healthy. It's readable. I mean, that's the type. Like something like this. This is healthy. This is what I like. It's not all too choppy, but I mean, it's giving you the sense of direction. I mean, you can clearly read it. I mean, that's what I like. I like that type of setup. It's easy to read it. I mean, like I said, IWM still, same thing. Look at this. Still a nice setup. Beautiful pattern. Holding. Still moving up. I mean, it's a little slow. The volatility, volume has died down a little bit, but you can see the overall movement, But that's the type of the patterns I like. And my other pattern, y'all know what I love. Oh, I love those plays. They either go straight up for that possible reversal back down, or the ones that go straight down for that possible reversal back. Like, I love those straight up moves up and down. Like, it's easy to catch those. Oh, it's easy to catch those. That's my favorite ones. I mean, uptrends and downtrends are not hard. I mean, they're not hard. You just have to hold them. That's the only thing. Like, especially like I said with the volatility. I mean, you just have to hold these. Get in on these little, movements like these, little pullback bounces. Especially if you just playing off your trend line, just ride it. Especially if you know it's going in the right direction. Pullback bounce, depending on where you get in at. Catching bottoms, whatever the case may be. If you know it's going up, just ride it. If you know your target price, let it do what it do. Especially if you caught some good deep pullbacks, especially VWAP. VWAP is a good area. VWAP is a great area to get in where you can just let it, play itself out. Because now you just play the overextension. Because especially if you got in all the way down here, let it play itself out. SPY, VWAP, let it play itself out. I know we blasted on top of the VWAP on CRWV. I know we haven't came back down to it, but I mean the reversal was good. Well, I mean, got back on top of the 200-day moving average. I guess you could utilize that for kind of substitute the VWAP, whatever the case may be. But yeah, I mean, I know sometimes with uptrends, I know it's very hard, and it plays. And trust me, I know sometimes with uptrends, it plays with your emotions a lot too. And because I know when you get in, it feel like when you get in, it's doing the opposite of what you wanted to do. You feel like it's going up, but then it goes down. It's like it plays with you. It plays with your emotions. It's like an illusion. And I already know where y'all coming from, and I already know what y'all done went through. With uptrends, and because you thinking you caught the actual candle, red candle, then it makes another one. Y'all can't lie to me and say y'all haven't been through a few of those, because we all have. Like let's not even lie. Let's not even lie on that. When you're thinking that you caught the very bottom. Then it makes another bottom, like that type of crap. Like, oh man, I got in on this red candle. Then it makes another red candle. Because you overthinking, overguessing, overdoing. Because I'm gonna tell you what throws you off sometimes. It's not about, oh man, I'm gonna catch this candle. Oh, I'm gonna catch this candle. All you do, I'm gonna tell you the trick to it. I'm gonna tell you the trick to it for those who may not know. I'm gonna tell you a little trick to it. Like when you're on uptrends. So let me I'm gonna have to clear. Let me see. I might have to make a new one. This one had a 5-minute time frame on this one. Let me see. Okay, so say for instance you missed this level, right? You missed this level. But you see the direction, right? And you don't know where to get in at. You like, how the hell do I get in on an uptrend? I'm confused. I don't know where to buy in at. Oh man, you're thinking that this is gonna be the ultimate red candle here. You jump in, it makes another one. You panic, you jump out. You make it, you know, and then it pulls back a little bit, but then now you know it starts to recover, red to green. Okay, so how to stop, you know, like kind of decrease that headache a little bit. Here's the trick. Here's the trick to that. So y'all don't get messed up, caught up, and overthinking, overdoing. Okay, all you do is take this first. Let me make sure. All right, cool. All you do is take this first area here, right? This first breakout area. Take the first breakout area, right? Where you got rejected at, where you did a green or red. Okay, take that line, take that price point, move it up, right? Bam, right here, because this was the area you couldn't break out, right? Got rejected, came back on down. Got rejected, came back on down. But then you finally broke, right? So all you're doing is taking resistance, now turn into support. So as you go on up and again come back on down, all you're doing, instead of catching red candle, just take the area that was once resistance, now can be utilized for support. But you see this red, which you can see this candle here. Look where we transitioned at. We in transition right here. We in transition right here. We transition where? At the old breakout. Right here. That's where your candle went green, because that's where buy stepped in, because they turned resistance to support, flipped it on up. All right, next level. Now take this level. I mean, all you do, but you see how it plays out, these old breakout levels? That's all you do, just take one level after the next. So take, okay, what was the other one? Let's take, right, this one. All right, so you got that one. Resistance, turn to support. All right, so you ran on up, pull back down, caught these bottoms, back on up. So, but you see how you utilize each one of them? You utilize each little breakout zone, especially on an uptrend. You can wait for this breakout zone, put a price point down, pull back, catch that, go again. Resistance to support, on up, right? Resistance here, break on out, pull back, turn resistance to support, all right? Break on out, same thing here, look what it's doing. See? You see how they just utilize it instead of getting confused? See, look, bam, take another price point. Where your buys come in at? Break or what? So now they're gonna stay above this price point, right? All they did was just take each area, pull back, bounce area. But you see how the headache was softened? You had less of a headache by just waiting. Pull back, bounce. Pull back, bounce. You see that? just being patient, letting it set itself up. That's it. Let it set itself up. So right here, take this old resistance, now support, trying to hold for the possible push. See? That's just the easy ways to release the headache on an uptrend. Even downtrends. Downtrends are the same exact thing, but in reverse. Just gotta get rid. Like right here, for example. You with CRWV. Take this whole area here, for example, right? I'm gonna remove this one off real quick. And look how I started transition now. Look how beautiful the play is getting. See that? All right, so CRWV. Old breakout area here. Old resistance area here. Came on down. U-shape. Breakout. Pull back. Turn in support. Resistance to now what? Support. That's your next level. But you see how just to wait it out. Wait for those setups. Wait for the setups. Just to present themselves. Don't get aggravated, because if it does make this move up, don't get aggravated. Wait for, because you're gonna get a pullback to an old area that you couldn't break out before. It's gonna pull back to it like a magnet. You just gotta be patient and wait for the setup. That's it. It's like as soon as you break out, don't get mad like, oh man, I missed the play. Damn it. Be patient. Wait for it to come back down. Let them turn resistance now into support, where now you can utilize that same exact price point to now work in your favor now towards the upside. Now you get it? Now, like I said, just look at different levels. You missed this little breakout here? Oh man, damn it, I missed it. How? I don't want to chase. How can I get in? Put a line at the strongest area. Where you see that strong red candle at, because there was a strong resistance. All right, go across the board because you finally broke it. All right, wait for a pullback opportunity. Get in around these levels. And then on top of that, you got the 200 days sitting right here too. So not only do you have this level, you got the right where you see my gray line, gray indicator, that's the 200 day. So you got double support. And then on top of that, you go from that back on top of the yellow, top of the 9 EMA, which triples your support for the move back up. Think about it. So, okay. So, you missed this move here, right? You missed this move here, but we come back on down, correct? And, okay, not only do you have, again, this old resistance level here, guys, right here, right across the board, 36, 35, right? That's an area you get for an entry. And then not to mention, think about it. Look what the 200 moving average is right underneath you. So you got that support, and then now you got right back to regaining that 90 MA support. So now you got triple the support. And look at the powerful move back on up. Look at that. Look at the powerful transition back on up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles all the way back up. But you see the transition? So just take your time. So that's another little technique to use whenever you are in an uptrend. Just look out for strong areas that we couldn't break out, that could create like U-shaped patterns, and put a price point right across, especially if you're long buys, and just wait for the move. Wait for it to come back down, test that key level for the move right back on up. Especially if that uptrend is continuing. See, watch. Like we're gonna see, for example, we're gonna see what's gonna happen here, because this is an old breakout level. We're gonna see what's gonna happen here. If that momentum is still in, if the momentum is still in, we should be still holding above that 38.21, right? So all we're doing is just taking this old level here. So we're gonna see if this level gonna hold. Now that we broke above it, now can we turn this into support? That could be a possible next. So how much room we have left though? Let me double check too on because I gotta remember too. I gotta keep in mind on where those resistors gonna be at on IWM too. I gotta double check that. How much room we have to still go? IWM. Ooh. I see 40. Where's that 90 minute? Yeah, I see up to the 240s. So it looks like it may still have some room to still push from what I'm looking at. It may have some room to still push, guys, on IWM. So it's just a slow creeper. Slow creep. It's slow creep on up. That's all it's doing. Slow creeping. That's it. But like I said, always get as close to your VWAP as possible where you have more of a safe haven. Where you can ride that bad boy. Versus getting in up here where you have room to drop back on down at any given point in time. That's the only thing. But like I said, stay as close to your VWAP at any time. Stay as close to your VWAP as possible. Always utilize the VWAP to the best of your ability. Like I said, instead of buying all the way to the tops, again, with room to fall back down to the VWAP. That's what I'm saying. I mean, nothing is wrong with what it's doing right now. I mean, it's still holding. But, I mean, you have more of a safety net and more of a concrete floor towards your VWAP, around your VWAP versus buying up here when you can fall back to your VWAP in due time. So it's all basically all I'm saying. I mean, think about it. SPY 2, prime example. VWAP. Watch right here. Early this morning. I mean, I know it started early this morning. I know. And it's still on it. I mean, look where we at. Ooh, still pushing too. Broke out of that 74.50. Still on the rise. Yeah, see VWAP, we broke above the VWAP, and then we wound up retesting it before the 68 breakout. So I mean, you had this little level here, right, where the VWAP was located. That was a good little entry, little safe haven. We could have been rounding on up, if you would have missed these bottoms. Second opportunity. But right now, you're still on it's still on the push. Still pushing, guys. What did Primo said 79.50. First, yeah, and I know this area gonna be 77.10 is gonna be first, like around that little area first and foremost before we even get there. That's gonna be like a little testing area right where my line is at. So you still got room to still push. I mean, like I said, it's just a slow creeper, guys. It's just a slow creeper. That's one of the ones you just kind of got to sit in and kind of ride it. And it's not, and okay, and another thing too is, that's another thing I forgot to tell you guys about. When you're getting on plays like this, it's not about just jumping in candles. I mean, even though it's still, God, Lord, good Lord. It's not about just jumping in candles. Another thing you got to identify is the prices too. That's another thing. Don't just jump in a candle because you see a pattern. You have to ask yourself, where is it around? What price point it is around? If I'm getting in a certain price point, okay, where's going to be my exit? So, okay, we know right here the breakout area was 72.50. Remember, I was talking about this throughout the whole time. All right, 72.50. Then we ran up to 74.50. Because remember, I told you, it's going to 9 times out of 10 move by $2 increments. So, as we're moving up to 75.50, next key level that I am anticipating is going to be around 76.50. Because it's moved by $2 increments. 72.50, which made progress. 74.50, which you can clearly see it made progress. And if you notice, every $2 increment, you see that's where you have some type of interruption. So if you notice that, 72.50, look at the interruption. 74.50, look at the interruption. So if we're going by twos, that means the next possible key level that they're going for is 76.50, right? So 76.50 up to those levels. Now from that level, we need to break above that towards 78.50 and so forth. So we know the next possible key level, as long as this uptrend holds, is gonna be 76.50. So let's do this. I know I got 77.10 right, Nadia, but let me move it down to 76.50 real quick, cause I'm gonna just keep in the $2 increment range. That's what I'm trying to do. I just want to, I want to keep it right there. I want to go from this range to Nadia's range, and I'm gonna look at it from this $4 channel standpoint. 250, 74.50, 76.50. So that means that 74.50 is gonna be midpoint area between these two price points, 72, 76. So that means as long as you stay above 74, the next price point you're moving up to 276, because you're going from now the upper portion of that range, right? You already came from the bottom of the range, 74, 72. Now from 74, 76. Remember, you're going from $2 down, $2 up. So if y'all notice that, 276.50, $2 range. Remember, $2 here, $2 here. It's another easy way to kind of, once you start to understand the personality of it and the way it moves, it's just kind of like, eh. So right now we're pushing on up. So let's see. So where we at right now? And I'm going to put my alert. I'm going to just see if I was correct. I'm going to just see if I'm right about it. I'm going to just see if it's going to hit it. Slowly, still moving. Slowly. I'll put my alert. See, can we get that push? Because I know we got to get above these areas here. It's going to be a little tough. 75.50 for sure. 75.50 up to 76. So I know we got to get above 75.50 first. I know that first and foremost, 75.50. Because that's going to be in the way. So we can break above 75.50. Then we need to get that push up to 76. So right now we're at 75.40, 75.30. Now we got to get that break. Just got to keep in mind. And the reason why you're going to have a lot of back and forth too, because you got to keep in mind, 75, as I told you guys, is going to be a $0.5 mark. That's what separates you from the upper portion of 670 and the lower portion of 670. So that's 75, that's make or break. So that's why we need to stay above it. If we stay above 75, that'll put us in a higher price point, 76, 77, 78, 79, and so forth. Below 75, then you got to focus on the lower prices, 74, 73, 72, 71, and so forth. But right now, look like it's still trying to hold, Let me see, 75, still keeping on watch, still holding. Let's see, can we get this 75.50 break up to 76? Let's see, can we get it? We know it's going to be a little bit of a, right here, because that's the $0.5 mark. Let's see what we get. Back to 75, let's see. But that's why I say sometimes I don't like chasing, all the way up here too. That's why I say, that's why I tell y'all that your VWAP is your safe haven. Close to your VWAP is safe haven, because I know it gets a little tricky, a little scary as you get higher and higher. I know it gets a little tricky and scary. Yeah, and I know sometimes it can mess with you. It can definitely mess with your mental. Trust me, I know. I definitely can mess with your mental. I got about 15 minutes left, guys, because I'm going to soon be heading on out, because I do have to go tend to some properties, man. But if y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, guys, do feel free to reach out to me for any and everything. I'm here to help you guys with whatever we need, whatever you need. So let's see. Everything, like I said, everything just moving. I mean, you still got this uptrend. It's just a little slow. Look at the volume. Look at the candles. The volume candles, it slowed down a little bit. Don't have that same height like it had this morning. It kind of cooled off. So it's still moving up, but you just don't have that volatility. But the momentum, but the pattern, the direction is still there. We just don't have that same volatility like we had early this morning, from like 9:30 to what it was like 10ish, almost 11 o'clock. Look how the volume changed, went down a little bit, kind of died off. Same direction, just the volatility's changed. It's the only thing that changed. Yep, if you would have been in at 64, I mean, damn, boy, I can imagine you still holding that play from 64 on up. Oh, still riding that, still coasting that bad boy, still coasting that bad boy on up. Cause you about to get to, like I said, it's getting close. Got a few more to go. Still holding. I'm watching everything. Still ain't got that 80 break on CRWV yet. Still keep my eyes peeled on that one. Nothing yet. IWM 238.21. We on top of that bad boy holding. The area that I am anticipating.
2202 says, keep going, keep going.
What you in? Aussie, Spy, IWM. Which one you in? What you looking at? Cause I mean, you still got room on sell Spy up towards
Ingrid Aussie Chick 2202 says, spot.
Yeah. Okay. So right now you're kind of okay. So okay. Remember how we was in that range of 45? Oh, I'm sorry, 74.50, 72.50 until we finally broke out of that range. Now you'll kind of be in the new range of 74.50, 76.50. So you'll kind of be 70 long 74.50 holes. You have room to push up to 76.50. So again, I mean, we slowly moving up. It's just the volatility is kind of dying off. You got to remember today's Friday, man. So you're not gonna have a lot of volume. That volatility is kind of it's kind of dying off a little bit. I mean, think about it. I mean, it went. I mean, in the reality, guys. I mean, SPY went on a damn near $11 run. I mean, in reality, from damn near 74 up to 64 up to 74, it's already made $10 move in intraday. $10 moves up already. Anything above that, I mean, the next key level be what, $20? So we have to push up to what, 84? So $10 already today, not bad at all. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, Spy did actually to be honest, Spy did an excellent job today. I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, 74 is up to 64 to 74, already $10 up at the beginning of the market. That's not bad at all. That's really not a bad move. And I told y'all to look at y'all 12-hour time frame that candle was gonna switch. I told y'all. No, like I specifically told y'all, don't go shorting. I said, y'all heard me at the beginning of the market. Do not short. Keep your eyes peeled. Did I not say, Nadia, Aussie, all my other beautiful queens, my guys too? Did I not say to be prepared for that candle to switch on SPY? Did I not give y'all heads up right here? Did I not say look at that lower shadow? I said watch for what price point? Did I not say watch 672.50 for that candle to possibly reverse? Did I not say that? Did I not say that those buyers, all they was doing was just taking last Friday's play and reutilizing that play back on up to the upside? Did I not? Because remember, we was falling all the way back down. And then next thing you know, back down to these bottoms where we went before last Friday, where buyers stepped on in. And look right here, 72.50. Now, how high can we go above that price point? 72.50, we can go up as high as 680. 680. We go up, go back up to these little areas. So, especially we look. I'm trying to look at this range. Oh, look at my channel I have set up. I mean, I know we dipped below here, but I'm trying to see, are we getting like a little trend line bounce back up this way? Especially after this hard dump on off, so they're gonna have to go for a nice push back on up. Oh, so let me see. How much higher can we go? What can we run into towards the upside? I mean, we got the 50 SMA. That's right here, right around 670, almost 676. Excuse me. And then we can get above that level. You do have room to push up. Go from that indicator to these indicators. That'll push you closer towards the 77.10ish, almost 78 level. Oh, and that's another thing. I'm gonna tell you what caught my attention too. Another thing. Speaking of indicators, hold up, guys. But yeah, right now that candle is green. Green right now. This is the first half of the market. That next 12 o'clock candle hasn't even came in yet. So right now the main thing is you're on top of 72.50 for the first half of the market. That's a good thing. So next key level that they need is need to get back above to hold above for that next possible push up. Would it be, what is that? Yeah, about roughly what, 76ish. Yeah, if they get this candle to close above 76, because that'll get them above that 50 SMA and above this price point. And once that new candle come in, they can get that continuation push towards the upside. So in other words, you'll have two green candles up. So you'll have this one, and again, if we get that push high enough, close very good, then we have that next one.
How did you know at 663 to go up, not down to 661? I can't understand.
Queen, look at my 12-hour chart. Look at my 12-hour chart. Look right here. And look how many times we didn't tested this. Once. Twice. That's 3. That's like a third bottom. Now you see it? So if you see that area, that psychological area that has held more than once, you don't think those buys going to do it again? Where we at? Right here. This price point. Yeah, right here. Look. Once. Twice. That's 3 bottoms. That's 3 bottoms. Every single time. You go right back on up. Every single time. You go right back on up. Every single time. You go right. I mean, it's a rinse and repeat. It's a simple rinse and repeat. That's the third bottom. Third touch. So all they did was play out the same area over and over and over. That happened once, twice, and now third time. So that means now buyers are stepping in. So now we got to figure out, okay, what's the next level? Okay, I see 75. I see that. So I know we need to get above 76 because that'll get us above that 50 SMA for the first half of the market. So we know we need to get above 76. So remember, up 76 to 76.50, which I do think that we still have room left in the tank to still push to the upside, especially after this huge, huge engulfing bottom here. That's letting us know that buyers definitely stepped in on that one. So that's clean and clear cut right there. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to break up, talk about. What drew my attention this morning. You know, why I was more positive on the upside than the downside. This morning, what I was watching this morning, what caught my attention. I'm talking about indicators wise. It was something that early this morning that caught my attention. Well, I knew the 200-day moving average for sure. But I think it was the crossover that caught my attention to say we moving back up to the upside because we done came down low enough. Now it's time for buyers to step back in. But yeah, the 200-day, I knew it was going to push up to the 200-day moving average. IWM, 200-day moving average, CRWV, 200-day moving average, SPY, and so forth. Like, but you can see the transition. But I knew it was, like, I had a feeling it was going to be bullish today. And plus, the reason why I had a feeling, because the way that we dumped off. Because it wasn't like a downtrend dump off. It was just a straight dump. Basically, just like, okay, on a normal intraday trading day, right? When you just go straight up, you know, 9 times out of 10, you come straight down because you didn't build anything. You didn't build no consolidation. You built no pattern. Vice versa. That's just like if it goes straight down, 9 times out of 10, you're going right straight back up, right? Because it has no pattern. It has nothing, you know, to hold it. So when I seen that straight drop on down the other day, I'm like, yeah, we setting to go back up. Like I just had to, like, it just the way it was setting up. I'm like, yeah, we going back up. A straight drop on down the way it did, you're going straight back up. Cause like okay, let me show you for example. Let me break it down what I mean. Oops, I went to switch. I think you can see it on my 12-hour time frame. What I'm talking about. Okay, and I'm still watching SPY, guys. I'm still watching SPY. Okay, so for example. All right. Like here, for example. Okay, here was like a trend, you know, pretty much a bearish rally. Right? Here, went on a bullish rally. Now, the only difference was we just had no red candles. It was just straight up. Like, we knew, anytime you see like consecutive green candles like this, or even red candles, when you see consecutive green candles up like this with no red candles involved, you're purposely pushing up to a certain price point. Like they're trying to get to a specific target. And then once that target is met, then they get rid of it. Because look what happened. After we had this bounce, they got to a specific target here. Remember, we had this drop here. We had a specific bottom target, and then you wind up buying on in, right? You went on up. Then you had a specific target to the top. They want to get, selling their position, getting out of it. You notice that? You notice the strength of each side came down. They got the target bottoms, right? Ran it on up. Came up. They got the target tops. Dropped it right back on down. So you look at it, man. Look how quick that move was. It didn't build no type of pattern. It just it went up for what? Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then we started to dump Thursday into Friday, and then after we had this hard drop, what happened? Buyer stepped right back in and pushed it right. But you notice that? You notice the trickery behind that? You notice how they played those same key areas over and over and over? Like they knew exactly where to buy in last Friday, right? On up. They knew where to sell it or get in on the put side, back on down. And then as soon as we dropped, they knew where to buy in once again on a Friday, right back on up. You notice that? All they did was rinse and repeat. It's like they knew what they was doing. They knew to buy here, and they knew to buy here. and they knew to sell right here. Why? Because we had this area before. If you go back a little bit, where after this tops, where did we get stuffed at? 85. 85, pullback. 85, pullback. 85, and after that you start to drop right back on down. So psychologically, 85 was a strong area, other than the 690 level, but we only tested that once. We never came even back up to it. But the main area was 85, right? 85, 85, 85, you dumped on down. Then you came back. 85, 85, 85, you dumped right back on down. And think about it. How ironic, you dumped from 85 back to the same exact level. 85, 63, if you want to round to 64, back on up. 85, 64, right back. Did y'all notice that? Look, tell me I'm lying. Aussie, Nadia, Queen, all of y'all, tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. They played that same exact price point repeatedly. Look, 85 and 74. 63, 64, whatever you want to say. Look. Good morning, Queen. Look right here. Bam. We'll draw out the line, right? Bam. We'll draw out the line, right? So, they knew exactly where to go in for a put, and they knew exactly where to go to for a call. Think about it. Think about it. Puts, calls. Puts, calls. So think about it. If you would have thought, if you would have caught on to that method and just played that over and over and over. Think about it. Am I lying? Puts, ride it on down. 64 level. Switch over. Calls, ride it back on up. 85. Puts, ride it back on down. 64 level. Calls, ride it back. I mean, all it was a simple rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. That's it. Same exact areas for puts. Same exact area for the calls. Y'all notice that? Twice. Same in the same exact like pullbacks. Look right here. 85, 64. 85, 64. Same exact areas to get into twice. But y'all noticed that, right? The same exact areas. So it's like they waited. So if a lot of them played the field like that, man, they banked on that. They banked on that. I can tell you, they made a shitload of money on that. Excuse my language. They made a shitload of money. Because they got in already on the calls. Puts back down to the calls. They already done sold their position. Now they get in for the calls, back up to the puts. Now they already sold their positions. Now they getting back in for the puts, back down to the calls. Now they sold their positions. Now they get in back on the calls, right back on. But y'all notice that? That's all they really did. That's all they really did. 85, 64. 85, 64. Bam, 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 bam. Puts, calls done. Rinse and repeat. What we call it? What was that old nursery rhyme we used to say? I forgot the old nursery rhyme. But Aussie, Nadia, Jenna, Teller, who else was online? Who else I had in the building? I think that was all my ladies. But ladies, if y'all take a step back, do y'all not realize on all you had to do, knowing this rinse and repeat method, that's really all you had to do? Like, understand that, like, on how long to hold this level. Have your contracts out, play the put side all the way back down to the 64s, and then switch out, get in for calls at 64s, right back up to the 85s, then switch that out, get right back down to the calls. You see that? Y'all notice that? Look at this. That's crazy. Easy money. Well, you could have avoided all the choppiness. Just stayed in your position, 85 down to because overall that's what. I'll just say 84, 64. That's around what, $20? Roughly $20 down, $20 up, something like that. We cut out the middleman. We just say 84 to 64. Yeah, that's $20. So that means you'll make money $24 down, $20 up, $20 down. So oh man, that's crazy. that's crazy to look at it now like that. It's crazy when you go back and look at it. It's crazy. Where you could avoid all, having to reset all your contracts. Where you could just stayed in one contract and just ride this bad boy. Ride this bad boy. I mean, even if, put on this, even if you didn't, like, okay, say if you did get in on put, and you was like, man, how far can we go? If you go back, like, looking back at these levels, I mean, this was a bounce, and it lined up right with the same areas. I mean, look, same key area, look, 64. There's another one.
So now $600.
Look at that.
$5 again, down to 664 now.
And yeah, but you notice that though? Look at that. Twice. No, matter of fact, was that 3? Yeah, 1, 2. Now the only thing with this one, this went up higher. But after that, you started to just get cut. You started to get cut at 85. But same exact bottoms. Same exact freaking bottoms. That's the crazy part. So, okay. Now that we figured out the bottoms and tops. So we know if we were to get a push, we know where resistance is going to be at. 85 pretty much. 85. Like I said, because we in this range going back and forth, back and forth. But the bottom stayed the same. 64. Calls. 64. Calls. 64. Calls. Now, even if I take this off and you can just see it on the real-time chart, now y'all can see it. What is that so I can take it off? Oh, there we go. See? Look. 64 calls. 64 calls. 64 same exact area on back up to the upside. And then 85 back to the downside. 85, 85. That's crazy to like now see it. You know, once you start to break down everything, it's like, oh wow. Like how the hell? You know, and then well, which I know by doing that is, you know, you gotta, you know, expand your contracts, which I know sometimes get a little bit more expensive. And I know it does. I know it does. Because that was how many days. Matter of fact, let me see the dates on these. Because how long would you have to hold that? Because this started in what? In October. In October. So let me see where we at right now? We on 17, right? 14th. I'm sorry, 14th. So how long would you have to hold that? October. Oh, for a week then. That was no, October 29th. No, you would have had to hold that longer. Oh, my bad. You would have had to hold that till what? To the 7th. Yeah, so about a week out. Yeah, about a week out. I'm looking at the dates. And I'm looking at my calendar. I mean, I'll bring the calendar over here so y'all can see it too. See, I don't think I'm hiding nothing. So let's see. So up here, you would yep. So close toward 29th, all the way down towards about the 7th. About the 7th. So 29th. Yeah, about a week out. Yeah, because that would have been what, Wednesday, and then you would have been selling it on a Friday. Yeah, so about a week out. About a week out. Wednesday. Yep, because from Wednesday to Wednesday, that's a week in a few days. So, yeah. Well, you could have just held that bad boy and like just. And I know sometimes it's kind of, you know, when you don't see it, you know, because you don't know where to get in and out. You know, you don't know where to get out. You know, where to get in. I don't know. But this level done held up like 3 times though. 64, 64, 64. This level done held 3 times. Three freaking times. And that bad boy's still holding. I mean, I mean, you gotta give it credit. It's still. Ooh, where we at on CRWV? Not CRWV. Oh, I thought it went up higher. My bad. So we still up here. Okay. I don't know why I thought it went up higher. I still think CRWV can get this break of 80. I mean, we could definitely push up. Cause I know the area. Especially because like being on StockTwits, I know the areas that they were talking about on CRWV. So I know on how high CRWV can push or where it's trying to go. I know where the next level is at. I mean, but that's why we need that. If we get that break above 80, we can definitely get that push to the upside. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say too much. I ain't gonna say too much. But all I'm gonna say is if we get break above 80, there's some room up. That's all I'm gonna say. IWM. Like I said, as long as we hold this key level, guys, 240. 240 be your next key level. Next key level up. SPY, we still just creeping. Still creeping. Still trying to, you know, because remember, we're in this little mini range right now. Remember, 7250, 7650 with the mid areas of 7450. Stay on top because you got to treat that as a pivot point. So, okay, let's do this. Like, okay, we'll do this. So, let me make this line solid. For 60, we'll do that. And then we'll take this line. That'll be your pivot point. And we'll do this. We'll make it yellow. That'll be your pivot. All right, cool. Pivot point. So that means your tops would be here. That'd be red. Tops would be red, and then bottoms be green, because that means support. All right. Bam.
4121 says, BIX but to drip, that mean you know what time it is for spot.
Oh, it's about to drop? Oh, yeah. I already know what that means. Oh, so that means we about to rock it. Let me see. VIX? Yeah, because it does the opposite. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Oh, yeah. I see exactly what Primo's saying, guys. So, yeah, that bad boy. God dang, why I got so many lines on there? But, what's my 5-minute time frame? Yeah. So put it like this. We get this crack at 1950. Let's say VIX cracks 1950 and gets that nice pull back down. Be prepared for SPY to do the opposite. So I know exactly what Primo's talking about. So, because you got to keep in mind, guys, VIX does the opposite of what SPY does. So if VIX drop, SPY goes up. If SPY drops, VIX goes up.
2202 says,
yeah.
Upside with SPY. Yeah.
So in other words, Aussie. Yeah, because VIX always does the opposite. It always does the opposite of what SPY does. So if you see VIX dropping, that means SPY is going up. If SPY is dropping, that means VIX is going up. So VIX is going down, that means SPY is going up. See it, but look how identical they look. Look how identical. See, one is going down, the other one's going up. As soon as he said that, I already knew what he was talking. That's why I had to run to it and see what he's talking about. But yeah, you cracked that 1950 on yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So put it like this. Why do you think, okay, right here in this little ladder, that's why I always have VIX and SPY together. So anytime I see VIX on top, because the way I have it set up is percentages. So if SPY is on top of VIX, that means SPY is in control, that means it's bullish. If VIX is on top of SPY, that means that the bears are in control, it's bearish. So I know I got IWM up here, but normally, yeah, I'm watching VIX and SPY. So yeah, VIX drops, SPY goes up. So that means, again, like I was saying, also, if that cracks 1950 on down, I can guarantee you SPY's about to, yeah. So shout out to Primo for bringing that up, because I sure wasn't thinking about that. So he's 110% correct on that. Yeah, it does the total opposite of one another. I mean, hell, you want to play VIX on the short side, you can play it on the short side. I mean, as long as it's dropping, SPY's popping. So, I mean, whatever floats your boat. That's all I'm going to say. Whatever floats your boat. Yep, so we done came all the way down from what, 23? Oh yeah, we done cracked out of the 20s. And we done fell underneath the 200-day moving average.
$SPY has a rate in 675.50.
Okay. So you see how you're getting a little bounce on VIX? You're getting a little pullback on SPY. See how they're doing the opposite of one another? See that? See? See the candles? That means VIX trying to get a little bounce right there, 1950. Yo, you're getting rejected real quick. So keep it on watch. So we just got to get that drop on VIX. If VIX can drop underneath 1950 down to 19, we should get that continuation on up. So just watch it. So watch for 1950 on VIX. So what I'm gonna do is, I know I gotta soon go in a few. So I'm trying to see, can we get it real quick. So if we can crack underneath 1950 after this little bounce, my alert goes off. That means we should be getting ready to gear up for some more downside. All right, right here. So that means that once this alert triggers on VIX and we drop, SPY can be setting up the pop. So I got it sitting right here. We're waiting on it. So keep it in mind. So 1950, we need to crack 1950. 1950 needs to go. What time it is? So I know I got soon head on out, man. I wish I could be here a little bit more. But I was trying to break down as much as I could today, guys. I know I got to soon roll on out, man. Let me go ahead, guys, and soon start wrapping everything up. If y'all have any questions, comments, or concern, we want to go over anything real quick, do feel free to let me know. I know I got to soon head on out, man. I got to go handle some business with a few of these properties real quick. But, man, I had a blast. Shout out to everybody, man, who been doing a great job. I'm so glad. Again, shout out to you guys for always supporting me, loving me. And that's why I'm always here to do the best that I can to break down things to a science. And again, I put out free content, man. It's like, why not watch it? I mean, to put money in your pockets for free. If you want to donate, cool. But other than that, I mean, we constantly just trying to help traders become better traders, Because if we can do it, you guys can do it. Man, you too, also appreciate you so much, Queen. My day ones, appreciate you. But yeah, that's why a lot of us do it. I mean, we do it for the love of it, man. We're just trying to help traders become better traders, greater traders. Because it is a life-changing opportunity if you put yourself in the right position. So without overthinking, without overcomplicating, without letting emotions get the better of you. Because once you start to push all of that to the side, bruh, it'll be so easy to catch these trades, man. Man, Primo, shout out to you, boss, and thank you so much for everything too, man. Again, thank you for being one of my mentors, man, to helping me get on the path that I need to be on to help other people, man. So shout out to one of my mentors, shout out to one of my goats, man. Primo for sure, and I already know Hardware's on vacation. Shout out to Hardware too. Like I said, right now it might be in a consolidation. It might be in a consolidation because you gotta keep in mind, VIX is about to possibly consolidate around this 1950, but it's still weak. But it might be in just like in a little bit of consolidation. You gotta keep in mind, you're still in this little range right now, Nadia, between 74.50 and 76. So we haven't went up to 76 yet. All we doing is consolidate, and you gotta keep in mind, today is Friday. You gotta keep in mind, guys, the volume is gonna change up. It's not gonna be the same as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Fridays, people already made their money towards the beginning of the market.
I'm still pouting about this morning, but thanks for showing up and encouraging.
Oh no, well, tell her. Let me ask, what happened this morning, Queen? I want to know what happened. So we can go over before I leave, because I'm here to help as much as I can. But what the hell was I saying? But yeah, we're still in this range. But again, as I was saying, Friday's a lot different than Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. Because you gotta keep in mind, Fridays, a lot of contracts are gonna expire. You already know this. Expiration date, time decay. The volatilities. You gotta think about people that went on swing trades that might have got out of their positions. A lot of people that just go and enjoy their weekend, which they got every right to do. To reset themselves for the next week. So you gotta keep that in mind. Like I said, Friday's a little bit tricky. That's why the best time to trade on Fridays is at the beginning of the market. Not after the market, at the beginning. I mean, can you still catch moves for the second half of the market? Yeah. On Fridays, yeah, of course. But the best times where you have a lot of volatility is at the beginning of the market. 9:30 to at least, where we at right now? I know we're going on 12, almost we have 12 o'clock. But,
No, go and check those properties. I had my account set up for the drop and didn't sell this morning. Got caught up on the day job. I want to leave. Nothing you can do.
okay, so and I'm just going over it real quick. So you was expecting. Okay. So let me go over that real quick. Let me go over that real quick. What happened? Well, no. Okay. Now, if you would have got in the put yesterday, right? If you would have caught yesterday's puts, I mean, you could have, like 480s on down. Yeah, I mean, because you gotta remember the area I said yesterday was gonna be 7250, and which you did fall all the way down to 7250. Underneath 7250, all the way back down.
I made my purchases yesterday.
Yeah. So if you would have caught these tops, because look at the momentum of the market.
I should have sold
this morning. And then you gotta think about it. Why was it so crucial for you to sell early this morning? Again, if we go back, Taylor, look, remember right here, this area, right? If we go back a little bit, I know we ain't fall all the way back down to that main area, but if you go back from last Friday, what was you bouncing? That 661, 662s and so forth. Then you went on that nice rapid move back on up. So you know where the buys are sitting at. The buys are sitting at these low key areas, and not just that. If you go on your 12-hour chart, that's a dangerous area to be short. And I mean, like I said, right here, before I leave real quick, and I'm going to show you my 12-hour chart. So if I go back on your 12-hour chart, look right here. That's telling you right there was a no-no. If we go back a little bit. I mean, look right here. No-no. 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 Right there. That was a void put So these were more call opportunities than put opportunities. Now up here you had put opportunities, 85s on down and so forth. You can clearly see where the sellers came in, and down here you can clearly see where the buyers came in. So down here was more of a buying opportunity, and up here was more of a selling opportunity. So yeah, that's why, man. And you say you did it, yeah. So if I would have jumped out immediately. If you would have known this right here, if you would have known those areas, I would have jumped out immediately. But you probably didn't know, which nothing's wrong with that. I mean, we all make, things happen, man. Things happen. We all make mistakes, But as long as you cut your losses short, you cut them quickly, and you know how to rebound from that, where you can make that money back. That's all that matters, boss. Take small losses, make your gains bigger. That's it. Because, we all go through it, man. I go through it half the time. Sometimes I jump in too early. So I just either cut it even, I'm taking a small loss. And my loss would be hella small, But, and sometimes I overthink myself. And I do it to myself sometimes too because of my emotions. And again, I'm not perfect. I do it. Which is why I barely lose. My losses, I barely, because, I don't know. I guess I have that mindset of a scared trader because I want to win versus lose. And, sometimes I don't hold long enough where I jump out and then I'm like, and then just having to work on it. So that's why I started to understand the prices a little bit better. The overall prices. Yeah, we may move from here to here to here, but where's the overall prices? Where are buyers trying to go? Where are sellers trying to go? Where's the area of strong resistance? Where's the area of strong support where I can literally hold this bad boy, whether it's on the upside or downside. So that's just something I had to work on, and not just that, the type of contracts I need to use, whether it's a zero DTE, whether it's a week out. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I may use, and I know it's a little bit expensive sometimes. Sometimes I may use a week out contract, I'll be honest. Like, even when it comes out to SPY, I may use a week out contract. Now, the reason why I do it is because I like the fact is I don't have to keep switching contracts. When you're dealing with a daily, once that day is out of the way, man, that's it. Now you gotta switch to another one. That day is out of the way, now you gotta switch to another one. But I like having week outs because it's almost like when you're trading Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, and all of them got week contract outs, Monday through Friday. So what I did was I started just treating SPY and, SPX and all of them the same exact way. So I won't have to switch from contract to contract to contract where, especially if it's set up a certain way or a certain pattern, I could just sit there and ride it, If it's going to a particular price point, instead of me hopping in and out, having to worry about time decay and all of this bull crap, using a week out or 2 weeks or whatever the case may be, just to kind of understand the pattern and just ride that bad boy. Where I have a little bit more grace. But yeah, here we go, guys. Right now we are bouncing back up on VIX. VIX is getting a bounce. That means SPY's pulling back. So we'll see where we go, man. But just be very careful, man. Like I said, Fridays is very tricky, especially when you go into the second half of the market. Now I will give it this for right now. Going into because I know the second candle coming in. You are still above 672.50. I give it that. Now that's going to be the thing you want to watch going into the second half of the market from 1 to 4. Watch 672.50 because that's going to be key. So I know we got about 10 minutes to this candle till we close out for the second half. So I'm gonna tell you right now what sellers are trying to do as we about to close out in 10 minutes. See, sellers are trying to crack back below 72.50. That's what they're trying to do. Throughout this 10 minutes, as this 1 o'clock, this frame comes in, they're trying to get that to close below. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get it to turn. But what buyers need to do is hold 672.50. They need to stall them out. Because you're still up. Don't get me wrong. You're still up on the VWAP. You're still up on the 200-day moving average. So what they need to do is stall those sellers out. They need to hold this level. Stay above 672.50. So now for the second half of the market, they can still utilize that price point. Now, instead of being resistance, now they can be support, where they can trap even more sellers, where they can get a pullback failure, pullback failure, pullback failure, pullback failure, where this thing can possibly reverse and actually continue to get that push back into the upside. So that's what I'm thinking or predicting could happen. So, but keep it on watch though, man. But yeah, guys, I'm about to go ahead and shut it down, man. I do have to go get ready to do this property, man, because the weather is pretty good out there, so I should be okay. So I'm about to be heading outside, man, because I do have to do some yard work, man. But shout out to everybody, man. I hope everybody have a blessed weekend. I thank y'all so much for always being there for me, for always riding for me, loving me. Man, and I appreciate the things that you guys do, man. And y'all keep up the great work. God bless every single one of y'all. Hope everyone will have a successful year in 2026 and so forth. But thank y'all for everything. There's no Jtraedz without y'all, man. God bless y'all. Love y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Over the weekend, I will for the Patreon members and for my paid members for YouTube, guys, I will be working on the breakdowns for next week. I will be doing that. I will be posting that out on my mind going right now, on Patreon and YouTube.
Happy Friday, everyone. Appreciate you, Jay.
Man, appreciate you too, Luck. Thank you, and I hope y'all have a blessed weekend too, man. And you too, Taylor. Peace. So yeah, I will be setting everything up for my, for all my members, paid members for the weekend. I will be breaking down the charts and everything. We'll be doing that. But as far as right now, SPY, watch that 672.50. If we can hold that key level, we could get that move back up to the upside. Just keep that on watch, because we already know that's what set the areas the sellers want to take out is 72.50. We know we cracked that. You go back on down to those low key areas again. So other than that, though, man, y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay safe. I will see y'all for Money Monday. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Y'all already know what I'm about to say before I head on out. Oh, and if y'all are new to the channel, do your boy a favor, smash that subscribe button on YouTube. We are on our way to 1K subs. And again, if you already subscribed, man, hit the like button. Twitch, subscribe to avoid the ads. But other than that, man, I appreciate everybody, man. So you already know, man. I'm about to be heading on out. Oh, and also, shout out to the team. Shit, I'm tripping. Shout out to the team, W team, and shout out to the mods. Man, you too, Queen. I'm about to be heading on out now. So, guys, boy, sign on out. Right now, it look like we're still holding 72.50. So, still looking good for the second half of the market. It may still have a fighting chance. And it does look like VIX is getting rejected underneath. We have an upper shadow underneath 20. If VIX can stay underneath 20 and pull back down, we should be possibly pushing back up on SPY. So, that's all I'm going to say on that. But other than that, man, y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay safe. We'll see y'all for Money Monday. Y'all know what time it is. And y'all know what I'm about to say before I head on out, man. Maximize your reward. Minimize your risk. Always put great over greed, and you will succeed every single time. Till then, man, love y'all. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Peace.
Subscribe for more content.